What's that first skate like with the new team? Obviously, they gave you some stip taps when you stepped on the ice, gave you a big ovation when you scored the goal. It's got to feel good to be welcome to the group.
Yeah, it's definitely a very exciting feeling. Just coming here, meeting all the guys. I think it's very special. You can tell right away. They're a great group of guys, so it's going to be fun to get to know them closer, and obviously get to work with them. So it was definitely put a smile on my face getting on the ice for the first time with them.
What's this day been like for you? Did you get to the rink early, waiting for everyone to show up, and then like a kid on his first day of school?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, was excited. Came here, unpacked my bag, and waited for them to arrive. They had a little delay due to some snow. But once they're here, it was great to talk to some of them and get to know them, and obviously get things started.
Trying to ease in, because sometimes it could be overwhelming when you have this whole group coming in, trying to meet everybody, learn everybody's name, How have you been kind of like taking it slow by slow?
Yeah, definitely a lot of names, a lot of new faces, but that's an exciting time, and in this sport, it's gonna be easy to fit in the way they've already welcomed me. I don't have any doubt that this is going to be a quick transition, and so I'm just excited to be here and get to see everyone.
How's it feel being on the ice, skating around? I know you're dealing with the upper body injury, but feeling a little better. Still taking obviously day by day, I know, but still feeling a little bit better, progressing.
Yeah, progressing, and I'm obviously very anxious to go and play, but there's some things you got to fix first and get 100% ready. Listen to the body, so just working with the medical staff to get me out there in game action as soon as possible.
20 goals down in the American League. What's been working well for you this season? Where's this goal-scoring effect come from as you grow in your game?
Yeah, I think it's just been building all year with the team down there. It's been good. There's a lot of good players down there that help me score too, and I think just more confident with the puck every game kind of helps, and just kind of shooting it more, getting into more scoring areas, and that's helped a lot.
And did you kind of ride off? I remember when you were in the training camp preseason games, you had a good preseason, scored a couple goals. Did you kind of ride that into the regular season, feel that momentum build?
Yeah, I tried to. I thought I had a really good summer, and then came into camp, had a good camp. So just tried to keep going down in Utica, and then eventually the goal was to get here at some point. So happy to be here, and we'll see where it goes.
And obviously getting the call up, when did they let you know, and how excited are you for maybe getting an opportunity to play?
Yeah, I think everyone's dreams to play in the NHL. That's my goal. I want to be a consistent NHLer, so this is the first step, and ready to take it.
Catch us up on Utica. How's the team doing? How have things been going overall from a team aspect?
Yeah, it's been good. I think you go through highs and lows in the season, and we actually recently just started getting back on track. I felt like we went on a bit of a skid, but then we've got some bodies back, and it's been good. So we won the last 2 games in Cleveland, and then just we're rolling there. So it's been good.
It's been a couple of years since you've been here, but still some memories when you come into this building and see kind of the ice, the logo, and some old teammates?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was in the city for, what was it, three or 4 years. You make a lot of memories there, and you have friends on the other side, guys that I knew beforehand, guys that I stay in touch with now. So it was where I played my first NHL game, and where I got my start in the league. So a lot of good memories here, and it's always fun to come back. It's a good city.
It's crazy to look back and how much you've grown as a player, just as a person from that first NHL game.
Yeah, definitely. Even when you look at year to year, it's you just continue to try to grow as a player, and how much more comfortable you are, and you just try to improve your game each year. And I look back to where I was when I first broke into the league, of just trying to find minutes and just to kind of play in a third pair, very sheltered role, and then now to be able to play a bigger role and to play against teams' top lines and things like that. So you kind of look back of how your game's grown, and you want to keep growing it. But it's cool to look back on, and good memories here.
Obviously, Colorado's the defending Stanley Cup champion, but beat them earlier this year, 1-0. Beat them last year after you were trailing 3-0. Came back and won. What does it say about your group, and why do you have so much success against that team?
I'm not sure against that team specifically, but when you play the defending champs, you want to bring your best game, and I think we've experienced that this year versus last year, where we're higher in the standings and we're getting teams' best game when they're seeing the Devils on the schedule, and they say we're going to bring our best game if we want to win tonight. So that's the Avs are getting that every night. They're the defending champs. I know they had some injury trouble this year, so they're a little lower in the standings, but they're kind of a little bit healthier now, so they're a good team over there. So it'll be a fun one tomorrow.
Do you remember the game last year when you dropped down 3-0 to them, called the timeout, then we were able to come back, and and pull the victory?
Yeah, a little bit. It was. I mean, it's last year. It was. I mean, it's hard to remember specifics of the game, but yeah, no, it's always fun, especially last year where we struggled a little bit. That it's fun to beat good teams, and it kind of shows where your group could be if you can string it together on a more consistent basis.
Meet up with any of the guys tonight, dinner, catching up, or just?
Yeah, I'll probably see a few of them either tonight or tomorrow, just to say hi and say what's up, and it's good to see them. I mean, you make friends, and I mean, obviously you're not friends during the game, and you lose touch a little bit when you're on different teams because you're so busy and whatnot. But it'll be nice to see some of them for sure.
Thanks, Ryan. Coach, first of all, what's it like seeing Meier out there skating with the guys? They gave him stick taps when he came on the ice. They cheered for him when he scored a goal. Just the exuberance and how it brings up the group.
Yeah, I think the guys are excited to see him, and a little bit of gentle razzing there as he got on the ice. And he can't do a lot yet until he goes through his test, but he's out there just trying to get some exercise.
What are those steps then for him to try and get back on the ice?
There's testing. There's protocol he has to follow to be cleared for contact yet. So, hopefully that's within today or tomorrow.
Is he a no-go for tomorrow then?
In all likelihood, yeah.
Graeme Clarke called up obviously 20 goals down in the American League. What have you seen or what have you heard about his game, how he's progressed, and what can you add?
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. His game has really come. I think last year was a little bit of a tough year for him, but this year found his game, is scoring on a regular basis, scored a lot of big goals for them down there, and I've heard nothing but good reports. So I thought his camp was good. Played well in the preseason games, and we'll see where we're at if we get him in the lineup.
And when Colorado came to New Jersey, it seemed like you guys were able to really take them out of their game and slow them down a bit. What do you think sort of works for you against them?
Well, I think for the most part we can skate with them. I don't know if there's a lot of teams that can say that. But they're going real good right now. So I've watched the games, and their speed is something that you have to deal with. They're jumping on teams early. We haven't been a good starting team, so I think we have to be ready to come out of the gates, because I think they've jumped on a lot of teams recently, scored a lot of goals in the first 3-4 minutes. So we know we're in for a tough one.
They've scored on their first shot on goal in 3 straight games, so a little pressure to make sure that you don't give one up within 20 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I'm talking about. They're, maybe they haven't controlled play, like, even the start of the Calgary game, but when they got their opportunity, they put it in the back of the net. So, there's different ways to get that lead, too, at the same time.
Not to talk about Meier too much, but what does he bring to your team, and where do you kind of envision him fitting?
Nope, he's going to be one of our top 6. He's a goal scorer. He's got speed. He's got size. He's a big physical guy that, I think we need up front. That, I think can complement some of our skill guys.
We saw a lot of Ryan Graves here as he was kind of breaking into the league. Just what has he meant to this team in this locker room the last couple of years that he's been here?
He's played well. He's been solid defensively. That pair of him and Marino have been a pair that have played against top lines all year. And he jumps in there offensively and gets the opportunities. So I think both sides of the game have been good. And he's been a big part of, why we've been able to win the number of games we've won.
Last year when you played Colorado, if you remember the game where Nico Dawes was playing, you starting in net. Nico Hischier was out of the lineup. You played Colorado, dropped down 3-0. You called the timeout, came back, won the game, and a lot of the guys said during the timeout the belief was on the bench that you could come back against this team and win it. Was that maybe a turning point mentally for this group last year?
Well, I think that there's been a lot of games that you look back at last year that, we got down, whether it was goaltending or misfortune, but we fought our way back. We didn't quite fight our way all the way back this year. We've been good at coming back in games. But there's a belief in our room that we can come back even if we're down. And I think when you get off to a tough start, you talk about the things that are going to get you back in the hockey game.